How's it going, my friends? My name is Stretchamon, and welcome to Gamejolt Friday, episode 67, I think. Anyway, welcome to Winter's Empty Mask. Now, this is a very interesting game for Gamejolt Friday because I downloaded this game a long time ago and kind of forgot about it because I didn't record it, and it just sat there and kind of got mixed up with all my other stuff on my computer, which I really need to clear out. But anyway, before I started making this episode, I was going to look for the link to this game, see what was on it. But anyway, I cannot find this game on Gamejolt anymore. It's no longer there. So I was like, okay, how do I get this file? So then I checked Steam to see if the game was on there. And surprisingly, it was. But here's the thing, I didn't download it or anything, you had to pay for it now. Well, you can still get the demo for free, but it wouldn't just leave a file on your desktop like I do. So this game was on Gamejolt for a while, but now it's not. So I guess it doesn't really count as Gamejolt Friday, but it was on Gamejolt, and I did download it from Gamejolt. So, I guess now it's going to take you to the Steam page where you can check out this game and play the demo for yourself. But anyway, this is a visual novel. So let's begin. I'm not a big fan of visual novels, but I'll play them. I did play Doki Doki, and I am helping my friend Defacon with his series. I help him with a lot of series now that I think about it. Danganronpa and Princess of Angel. Alright, anyway, let's get into this. This world is so noisy. People walk around me make all kinds of sounds. Their footsteps, the phones and toys they carry. Their voice when speaking. They walk next to me without paying me any attention, as if I was invisible or we were in separate worlds. Each one continues with its own existence, following its way like drops of water in the river, swept away by the current. Nowhere I see them coming and going with a passage of time without doing anything. Despite being in a park, I am not playing. I feel no desire to do it. It's just tiresome. So instead, I'm sitting on a bench waiting for someone to come for me. My blood-red eyes have an empty look, as if they belong to a doll. All of me said that I am a doll, and not a living being. That's depressing. Yuki is a doll, unable to smile, frozen with an eternal empty expression on her face. Changing that is important, because nothing in the world could inspire an emotion in me. Trying to find it only makes me tired. My legs get tired of walking. My hands on fighting and carrying dead weight. My mind on thinking ideas and delivers nothing in the end. It is just a waste. That's why I prefer doing nothing instead. Just stay seated, watching people silently come and go. Though my eyes, they look more like shadows. I cannot distinguish a single face between them. They all are the same. The same face, the same shape, the same voice, the same color. It was as if everyone were a flat gray, whatever the hell that word is, with just the size and shape slightly sorry for something in my throat. Slightly changing. With a face that I cannot distinguish or feel is worth remembering. There's nothing inside of them. Or perhaps it is the opposite, and I am the one who does not have a face but a mask. And that is why I cannot see others. For personalities are theirs. It is only that I cannot understand them. They belong to another dimension, a world I don't know how to enter. Yuki is a doll. Did the dad from Madfather get you? From my point of view, they are shadows. But when they look at me, surely they see a doll without a face. Who would buy such an ugly doll like as this one? I know I wouldn't. Try to imagine if she was actually a doll. I'd probably acknowledge her, but if I had a kid, I probably wouldn't get it. So she kind of has a point. Time passes, and it already gets dark. One of my family's maidens offered me her hand and tells me it is time to return home. The person who I was waiting for didn't appear. I'll just have to come back tomorrow. This would be the 26th day that this happened. Juyo-sama? Let's go back home. Sorry if I mispronounced that. She says it without any emotion, but in a respectful way. Clearly, she did not care for me. She only looked after me because they were her orders. Yes, I said coldly. The truth is, I did not want to return to my home. But I have no other place to go, and it is more comfortable there than staying here. Momoji? The city where I live, called like that because of falling leaves in autumn. Every year, they fall and create a beautiful scene that draws visitors from miles around. Kinda sounds like that one episode of Family Guy, where people from New York would go to freaking Rhode Island to watch the leaves change for some weird reason. That's a weird episode. Even people from outside of the country come to visit and see the leaves fall. There are those who even think it compares to the spring festival, when the cherry blossoms bloom. To my eyes, the leaves have no color, and seeing them fall is nothing special. It's almost the same as watching the rain or snow. Just an occurrence, something that happens for mundane reasons. But I have to confess, well, that I have sometimes stayed for hours watching them fall, wherever it leaves, rain or snow. Simply because it was less boring than watching a static object. Although murders, assaults, theft, burglar, I cannot, burglaries, fuck it, and other crimes happen often in Memoji. Memoji? Memoji? Whatever, Memoji. The city had a strong economy, and the population only grows every year. Now it is autumn, and I watch the leaves fall silently with elegance. When children play in the park and their mothers chit-chat nearby, I guess the wind suddenly blows, moving leaves and rustling my hair, short and black. The day I was wearing a white dress, my empty eyes, like those of a doll, looked to the front with a face devoid of emotion. I looked at the children playing because they were before me, not because I was wishing to play with them. You should let it grow. Suddenly, a voice takes me out of my thoughts. He stands right in front of me, a boy with black hair and a smile on his face. Small smile, I'm an idiot. Brain work. Your hair. Your hair. You should let it grow. He says with joy, as if we were already friends. No, I don't like long hair. I answer without looking at his face and using the coldest and ruthless voice I had. I want him to know that his presence was not appreciated. There is a brief silence. He doesn't stop blocking my vision. Whenever I move my eyes, he also moves to block me again. It's a shame. It's a shame. Fuck it, I can't do a little boy's voice. It's a shame. I guess I could do a Scottish little boy. It's a shame. You look very pretty. I like girls with long hair better. He again spoke with confidence, completely ignoring my hints. Why would I care about that? Why would I care about what a flat shadow like him likes or dislikes? Just go back to your world. Pretend I don't exist, as if I were an ugly toy abandoned on a bench. This time, I did not answer. I just remained quiet, waiting for him to get bored and go away. But strangely, that did not happen. He kept staring at me, waiting for a reaction. You don't have any toys, he said, looking at my empty hands. Suddenly he smiles. If you want, I can lend you mine. Enough. I said with a low voice. It seemed that he didn't hear me or put on a confused expression. Why don't you just leave me alone? I angrily said. The boy is surprised and stayed silent. His expression turned serious, and I hoped that he may leave in the next second, but instead... Are you always alone? I worry about you. How often do you see this chick just sitting here? Hearing that makes me feel cold. My very soul freezes out of a second of his words. It didn't feel like he was lying or joking. The way he said it sounded so genuine, filled with worry and kindness. The boy's answer is very strange. What is that? An anomaly in this world without color? If I myself do not care for what could happen to me, why should he care? Does that make you sad? Do you want to make friends? He says with a serious and honest tone. No, I like to be alone. My answer is cold, but I feel a little confused. This was the first time anyone said something like that to me. Never before had a shadow stepped out of its own world to reach me, but by his own will. That's okay, but I think you would have more fun if you had a friend. Don't be shy. Not everyone is bad. He ends with a kind smile. Very pure. I feel something move inside of me. I wasn't happy by any means. I was afraid. This anomaly was scary. It felt like it could shatter my world. Again, I don't answer. But this time, my face had an expression on it. I was actually acting shy. I stayed quiet, but not because I wanted him to get bored and leave, but because I could not answer honestly. I just didn't know how. The child suddenly hears something. He turns and waves his hand at a woman who appears to be his mother. Well, I have to go. I have to come to play to his park, just in case someday you wanted to talk. Oh, by the way, my name is Tanako Ichioru. He gave me one last smile, and with that, he begins to walk away, without even receiving an answer from me. None of the two could have known it, but that would be the last day in the park. My last day in the park. Time passed as usual, with nothing worth of note. It was getting dark. I saw how slowly people were leaving the park until it was completely empty. Are you alone? Said an unknown man, leaning so I could see his eyes. I nod, but that was a lie. There's always someone watching me. What's your name? Asking with feigned friendliness. So fake it was almost laughable. Kurosawa Yuki. I answered, showing no emotion, no fear, sadness, or distrust. Come with me. I'll help you find your mother. He he then said with a nasty smile. At the same time, he pulls my hand. Without any resistance, I followed him. What the fuck? What is with this kid? This man leads me through an unknown street. As we walked, he was talking about how he would help me find my parents, and that I shouldn't be afraid. Where the fuck's the Guardian? Jesus Christ. But I didn't listen to him. It was boring. For nearly 40 minutes, we walked along dark and unknown streets, until finally, he stopped me at a dead end. Dirty with a foul stench in the air, and full of trash bags. Some of them appear to have been opened by an animal, or bum that checks it check his contents. The expression of a man who up to now had only showed a vague kindness changes, becoming aggressive and dominant. Oh, this game's about to get dark. Man with short black hair, no mustache or beard, and wearing casual clothes, just a gray shadow like the others. Hey, Yuki-chan. How about before we find your parents, oh, motherfucker! Says a man with a nasty look on his... Says a man with a nasty look, his eyes set on me. No? I mean, we should have fun. Let's have fun, Yuki. Because it may be the last time. God damn it. What the fuck? Soon as he finished talking, he puts his hands over me and starts on. Violent gore, action, casual, indie anime. I really hope we see nothing. I really just want to get out of this. This time I did not respond. Afraid of a second slap, or perhaps more because of discomfort more than fear. Even I even if unwanted pain was the foundation part of my life, I didn't hate it. It's only that I found it unpleasant and would rather avoid it if possible. My lack of a response was not well taken. However, the man suddenly smiled with complete security. What the... He had made a flame appear on his hand. The fire was slightly floating, about a centimeter above the skin of his palm. He smiled. His smile confined, knowing that he could cause me a lot of pain with the power he had, an inhuman power. Okay, I thought you ripped off your clothes, thank God. If I burn your face, I'm sure it would get some beautiful tears out of you. A disgusting threat, but very real. But you can't, I answer, lacking emotion, simply bored, and even when facing a promise of torture. And why is that? He asked, still shallow and nasty, and playful smile on his face. Because if you do that, I would become ugly, and you wouldn't want to touch me anymore. My answer was too serious and logical for how tense the situation was. As if it was a joke, the man suddenly starts laughing loudly. I see now. I see. You're a girl with mental retard. What the fuck? Fuck you, dude. You're a girl with mental retardation. And your parents abandoned you in the park. How pitiable. What a disgusting image he had made of me, I thought. But I didn't mind. What a shadow thought of me is of no importance. Nor my feelings or the pain it would cause me. He simply continued his plans, looking for his own pleasure at the expense of my welfare. So nasty, so gross. This shadow is so disgusting that I could not begin to fuck it, I can't fucking read today. Describe it. I just wanted all of this to be over, waiting patiently for it. It was fuck. It was then that I was assigned much sooner than I could expect. For a moment in which my attacker was more distracted and vulnerable. In an instant, I removed a long metal needle that was hidden within my own flesh. What? And in an instant, I removed a long metal needle that was hidden within my own flesh and buried it into the neck of my attacker. Naturally, I pointed it at the most vulnerable vein of the neck. There's no way it could have worked. I knew he would notice and stop me in time. At least that would have been the case had he been paying attention. Now he was lost in his own world, and in mine was going to die. Immediately, the wound started to bleed. As her precious red blood is pouring out of his body, covering us both. My white and clean face was now covered by blood. A doll's inexpressive face stained by blood. As a reflex, he tries to push me away. We barely move, just enough to separate us. Now he didn't look as happy or dominant, but furious. He hated me and cursed me with his eyes, but that would hardly produce anything in me. How are you not bleeding out? Damn! Bitch! Exclaims with anger. Knowing that He was going to die. Who are you? He asked just before his body collapsed, falling flat to the ground, and leaving a large puddle of blood. My name is Akusiu Yuki, I said coldly while watching his eyes lose their light. But Doll watched the final moments of a life, feeling nothing for it, but gratefully that the unpleasant feeling had finally stopped. His last breath passed quickly, and the next second, life had abandoned him. His gaze was unpleasant, his body limp and pale, his clothes pale and red, painted in red. Now I just need to check he's dead, check that he's dead. But checking for me has a different meaning than other people. I did not check his pulse or breathing. Instead, I used another method, much more efficient. I stared at his body and moved my hand as if directly in orchestra. Directing an orchestra. Mysteriously, blood began to flow back to him, filling his body again. His heart once more is beating, but this is to check to see if he has died, not to heal him. His beat abnormally fast, and more important, his blood pressure raised abnormally high, so high that shortly after, his body breaks. It explodes, expelling blood from every orifice, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, and his lethal wound. His internal organs, including his brain and some of his bones, break, crushed by the weight, high pressure of the liquid that once gave him life. He is now all crooked and deformed. I silently looked at him coldly, feeling nothing, not hate or pity. Now I'm sure he is not going to return to his world. Shortly after, I went back to my house. I didn't know the way back, but I knew that sooner or later I would come to my family's place if I was looking carefully. I arrived at my home 2 hours later. When the door opens, my grandmother was there waiting for me. I'm home, Sama. I say coldly, but with proper respect. My appearance wasn't exactly the best at the time, but that meant good news. Welcome home, Yuki-chan. Before anything else, let's know. Before anything else, let know me the result of your work. It was a success. The objective was terminated, just as we wanted. I see grandmother smile with pleasure at my answer. Perfect, Yuki-chan. I am happy that you are so dedicated to the family. Now you should take a bath and sleep. You must be tired. This maid will help you with that. The maid bows. showing her respect to me. The conversation didn't last long, but it would be a lie to say that I wanted it to be longer. I barely talked to my grandmother, Kazanya Akitsu, and when I did, I only said the most whatever. Can't fucking read. Obedient, I followed the instructions of my grandmother, leaving behind everything that happened during the day to be forgotten in silence, except for one thing. I worry about you. I don't know why, but those words echoed inside me. Just remembering them made my soul feel cold and shake again. Perhaps it would be so bad to let my hair grow. A doll with long hair looks cuter. I didn't really care about that, but maybe there's a shadow out there that does. Time passed slowly but surely. Every day feels the same as the last, boring and uneventful. This colorless world remains the same. However, I felt something was slightly different. The shadows had a little more detail. Yet what never changed was the fact that I was a doll. A doll was waiting for someone to pick it. Waiting possibly for forever. Okay, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get what this game's trying to say. It's kind of hard to like explain, but I kind of get what's going on here. Before I knew it, 5 years had passed since that day. Recently, I changed to a new school. Despite the economic problems that we've had in the last few years, my family still has a fortune in money and respecting social and political power. That's why both my brother and I attend the most recognized private middle school in Emoji. Alright, you guys, you know what? I'm gonna end this here. I can honestly say I have never... I don't even know how to explain this. This game is both interesting and disturbing. I remember why I chose it now that I have a Steam page open. Violence and gore. Yeah, that's why I normally like... That's like the two main indicators like I'm probably going to like this. But holy shit! I both love and hate this. That fucking guy, holy shit. Oh, fuck. This is just a demo, and unfortunately, this game is not on Gamejolt anymore, which kind of sucks. But you can still get it on Steam. You can play the demo for yourself. That's free. But as of right now, it's on sale for $11.99. But by the time it's... What if it's going up today? You can still get it for $11.99. But it costs $14.99. If its actual price is $14.99, but as of right now, at the time of this video, it's $11.99. So if the sale isn't over, you can quickly check it out. But anyway, I'm actually going to add this to my wish list and probably do a let's play of it later, but not this time. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. This fucking game, it's interesting but weird. Please do check out this game. Unfortunately, it's not on Gamejolt, as I mentioned before. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Game will be in the description along with my social media and my friend's social media. Anyway, hope to see you on the next video. Bye!